Hey guys, what's up? I am in Dalhousie University. If you don't know where that is, or you think you do, I'll explain. It's in Truro, Nova Scotia, and you're probably like, no Megan, there's Dalhousie in Halifax. Well, I'm at the agricultural campus, so we're in Truro, Nova Scotia, and the difference between our campus and the one in Halifax is we're all about the agricultural, and this is where the pre-vet students go. So that's where I am. And the really cool part is that there is a farm on campus. So all our vegetables and stuff come from the garden, especially the lettuce, because we have a salad bar, so everything in there is grown on campus without any bad stuff in it. So there's a lot I should get you guys up on. About my school, the orientation was Labor Day weekend, so I moved down here, got all settled in. It's a really small room, 2 beds on each side, and then just a narrow hallway. And we both have a desk. And yeah, so I have a double room, so I have a roommate. And classes weren't on Monday, but as of Tuesday I've started them. Tuesday we had one class, I did, and then they took off the rest of the day after 2:30, so I only had one class, so that was pretty good. Today was my first fullish day of classes. We haven't still got all the classes together yet because most classes that you're in, the labs are before the classes, so if you have a lab then you can't go to that lab because you haven't learned anything yet. So the labs start next week, sorry. So that's where I had school today. Some things that I had today, guys, for those of you who are interested in that kind of stuff. I'll just give you a rundown of my schedule, and then, yeah, if you guys, this bores you, I'm sorry. So today I had English class, so that's my very first English class, and I have to wake up at 8:30. But the best part about this class is that from now on the professor doesn't want us to come in. She's going to do like a virtual thing where we email her. Sorry, just got really bright. So that was cool. I already got some homework from that class. The next class is you move down my schedule. After you get done English, after waking up early and then going to class at 8:35. After ending class at 9:55, I have a slight break, and at 10:35 I go to my biology class. So that lasts until 11:25, and most professors, at least the first two, the first day of classes yesterday, I just went to my bioveterinary science class and they handed us our sheets, talked about it, welcomed us, and then we could leave. These two classes I had today, they handed us our stuff, and then when they actually started going through the stuff that we're teaching, that we're going to be learning, and then we started to actually do stuff. So I do have homework for English. And then if you go past lunch, at 1:35 I start chemistry, and most of you are probably like me, or some of you are really intelligent when it comes to chemistry, and I'm not. So when you go into that class, it's a different set, because you're in a lecture hall, you're listening to people, and it's different because they're not going to hand you the stuff that you actually think that you get in high school. Like high school, they give you your notes, you do slideshows and stuff like this. In university, they do not do that. And I'll go through some of the stuff that I go through, and then hopefully if someone's out there that's in university or college and is like, "Whoa, I didn't know that you would be dealing with that," or if someone's on my campus and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I've seen her around, but I couldn't understand where I've seen her before." So yeah, and then after chemistry I would have had a biology lab, but I didn't because, as I said, labs are canceled, which I did not know until later. So so that was my day today. Tomorrow I only have 2 classes, so I mean that's pretty decent. I also want to talk to you guys about yesterday. Yesterday I was talking to Emily and Zach from The Easy Life. If you haven't followed them, in my last video I put the link to their channel, so go check them out, hit subscribe, and watch some of their videos. They are awesome. I spoke to them and they actually gave me like a good idea of what I should do for this. And what Zach mentioned was that I should start this kind of series of like me in university as a first year student, so that people out there who might be feeling the same way as me can be like, oh my gosh, I'm not alone. And I was gonna do one yesterday, guys. I'm so sorry I didn't get it done. It's just everything's so different here, and you get busy fast. So I am so sorry for that. I apologize. I'm gonna try and keep up the videos as best I can. So there's that. So this is gonna be like a start to a new series for this little bit. I'm gonna try to keep up as much as I can. I'm gonna try and update you guys on everything that's possible that I can do. So obviously I don't know that much yet because it hasn't even been the first week. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm feeling right now and see if anyone out there, and maybe offer some advice to you guys if you're feeling the same way. Especially today after my biology class, I was feeling really like worried because the professor told me like a lot of memorizations, and it's different and it's really hard, and they are not going to hand you something. And I don't know if you're in a different university or a different college and all your professors are wonderful and they hand you all the partial notes and they have everything, all that. But with mine, not all of them do like the partial notes, and all of them do the bonus stuff. And for those of you that do have those professors that offer you the bonus stuff, I suggest you take it unless you're like a super whiz. I'm not. So when I hear a bonus project, I'm the first one to jump at it because I want to improve my mark even before I have to worry about failing. For example, like my bioveterinary science class, they're doing a bonus course that I can do online for free. So I've already registered for that. It starts November 2nd, and I look forward to starting that. Of course, it does require, I think, at least 5 hours to work on it to complete it. So that's going to be a little bit challenging, but at the same time, as being a first year, you have to learn to do time management. So I'm still kind of getting used to that, and I got a calendar beside me, and I got everything all organized. I'm going to start working on my English after this, because I know you guys don't want to watch me do my homework. So that is that. So really I don't know how you guys dealt with your first year, or if you're going through it right now. If you're doing excellent, that's great, that's amazing. But for me, to be totally honest with you guys, I am so overwhelmed. Like the transition from a private school that I went to this, where it's all about me. Like, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to know when these things are due, and I have to know when this is due, and I have to know where to hand it in, I have to know which professor. And it's really hard to not get so focused on my assignments, my homework, my classes, everything, and then lose sight of yourself and lose sight into the interest of your program. Today I had a little bit of a meltdown where I was like so down, and I couldn't think of why I possibly wanted to be a vet and why I could possibly want to be here, and I was basically feeling like I was giving up. But this is where the Easy Lifers and everyone have helped me so greatly, is that they have instilled in my mind to never give up, see the positives in everything, rise to the challenge, and don't worry about it, because if you work your hardest, then you've done the best you can do. So as long as this is what my math teacher told me, and he's my math and science teacher. He said, do the best you can do of yourself, and if you do good, then you know you've asked of yourself. Even if the grade is not perfect, you know that deep down you have done the best you can do for yourself. Now, if you're kind of like a procrastinator and you like to slack off sometimes, then doing the best you can do might be more to like actually get up and do things. And I'm not saying that to insult anybody, but I'm just saying, like, do the best that you can do yourself. If you can please yourself, then nothing else matters. So, I don't know if you guys know, but when I was in high school from grade 9 to 10, I probably said this a couple times, but I was told that I could never be a vet, that I could never learn the hard math, I could never learn anything hard, and that there's no point of me even trying. I'm not going to name my high school because I don't want to get people there in trouble or mad at me. But I made a choice for myself to move to a different school, not move, transfer, and where I was completely new. I was from a public school, it was a private school. It was so different. These people I had never met before in my life, there's no one I knew there. And I went there, and for grade 11, which is when I transferred, it was really hard. I mean, it was a different environment than what I was used to. The teachers were there for you, but at the same time, you still had to show them that you were there to do your best. And that kind of implies here too. You gotta do your best. You gotta rise to your professor's level that they expect you to be at. You can't have their level here and you be down here and expect them to say, oh my gosh, they totally want this. You gotta at least try to match their level. So when I moved schools, I was kind of noticing a change in my marks. Like, I was still getting help, and I was still, struggling, but I was getting better. And it wasn't my fault that I had done so badly in my old school. It's people haven't really tried to help me. But at the same time, I realized in myself that I could do something, that I'm not incapable of doing anything. I can do a vet. I can be a vet. And nothing can stop that. So, it's kind of funny actually now that I'm saying this to you guys. I went to my chemistry class terrified. I was like, if this is going to be anything like biology, I don't know what I'm going to do. And she just, I don't know if it was the way she was talking or how she was saying that she was here to help us learn or what it was, but I sat there and I thought, you know what, Megan? You're here for a purpose. You're here because you want to be a vet, and you're going to become a vet. And I kind of made this kind of pact in my head that I'm going to try my hardest. I'm definitely going to need some people's help, like my friends and the teachers and the help center that is offered. But I can do this, and so can you guys. Do not give up on your dreams or your goals because someone tells you can't do something. That should fire you up to do something better. So if someone's like, the best you'll get is a 70, then use that to study hard, to get the extra help, because it never hurts to ask for help. And show them that, no, I'm not going to get 70. I'm going to get an 80, or even get a 90, or even get 100. And another thing that I've noticed here is totally a little bit off topic, but when you're in middle school, elementary, I don't know if this varies for schools, but they grade you with letters. In high school, they grade you with numbers. And sometimes that's a little harder. In university, at least here, they grade you with letters. So I am aiming for a minimum of B's, but a maximum of A pluses. And of course I might not always get there, but I'm going to try my darn hardest to get there, and as close as there as I can. I kind of lost track right there. But I'm just trying to show you guys that anything is possible. I mean, I come from a freaking small village, and I moved to it, the capital of the Brunswick Fredericton, and I did amazing. And it's not because I went to a private school. It's because I knew that there was people there to support me, to be there for me, and to help me along as I tried to piece together what I had been missing when I was in high school at my old school. So if you guys are in high school, or if you guys are in university, if it's your final years or your first year, I cannot push this enough, guys. Ask for help. There is surely help that is going to be given. You just either gotta ask for it or demand it. And I mean, you can do the best you can do, but you have to aim higher. Aim so that you know deep inside that, man, I tried my freaking hardest. But as long as that is what you're thinking, and you're not thinking, oh man, I could have done better, then that's all you can ask for yourself. You can't push more than what you can in yourself. So, and that's my little spiel for today. I probably didn't cover everything about my first year because it's only been a week. Not even. So, what I ask you guys is, as you start watching this, or even this video, if you think, oh my gosh, Megan, when you figure this out, or if you have questions or anything, comment them. I'm going to put all my social media at the bottom. And so you can get a hold of me, you can ask those questions. I have Twitter, you can follow me. And if you guys want me to go into more depth about the conversation with Emily and Zach, then let me know, and I'll do a special vlog for that. If you guys have any questions, or if you guys have some concerns or suggestions about what you want me to talk about next, then please let me know by commenting, emailing me, messaging me on my Facebook page, which is Megter360. I will put that down there. And I also have Instagram and Snapchat. So I hope that you guys will contact me somehow that way if you guys have any questions or concerns. Also, if you guys are actually on this campus at Dalhousie and you're like, oh my gosh, I've seen you around, it's so cool that you do vlogs and stuff, then I would love for you to come up and tell me that. It means the greatest. But sadly, I'm going to have to say goodbye because I do have homework. And I hope you guys like the beginning of this series. And just remember that to be yourself, and do not let anyone tell you that you can't be someone, or don't let them mold you into something that they want you to be. Excuse me. Be yourself, and remember, anything is possible. Bye, guys.